What up? It's your boy Wall Street, and today I want to talk about why you shouldn't take life too seriously. Because people that take life too seriously, you wind up not really being that happy, right? And in my opinion, life is about finding true happiness and, the journey along the way to get there, because the journey along the way is going to teach you a lot about what it really means to be happy. But I think by taking life not too serious, you're going to find ways to relax, find joy, like in the moment, like be present, and just not getting like super bogged down in anxiety and just like worrying about every single little thing that's going to happen. Like you can't really live life like that and be happy, in my opinion, right? And it's easier said than done, but let's start from the top, right? Like, be in the moment, enjoy the moment, and understand that the only moment you have is right now, right? Everything else is in the past or in the future. So you don't know what's going to happen in the future. So you probably shouldn't think about it. It's always good to plan and make sure you're prepared for stuff, but you never know what's going to happen. So, be prepared, but don't put all of your eggs into like, I don't need to worry about the present because the future is going to be great, right? You should hope that you have a great future and you should plan to have a great future, but at the same time, don't spend all your time thinking about the future because you're going to waste all the time that you're currently in, which is the present. So by doing that, I think, you'll learn to appreciate simple things, the ordinary things in day-to-day life. And really, our ordinary day-to-day life is what makes up the majority of our lives, right? Going to work, going to school, being with our families, hanging out with our pets, if you have a dog or cat, like just simple things, man. That's what it's really about. So first and foremost, be in the present. Try not to overthink, right? Don't overthink things. You can worry about stuff all you want, but worrying about it only does that. You're just going to be worried. Like you're not going to find the solution. You're not going to, just immediately be like, okay, I'm good now. Like, no, if you're worried about something, either think about how you can address this problem and calm your worries, or stop thinking about it, right? Because that's really all you can do, right? If something bothers you, do something about it, or don't sit there and think about it unless you want to do something about it, right? There's a lot of power in taking action, and that goes for, the simplest of things. If you're worried that, you're going to mess something up, right? Like you have a test tomorrow, right? In school, right? Study all you can. And after that, don't worry about it. It's in the hands of, the universe, in my opinion, right? Like, and depending on what you believe and whatever, you might think differently, but you can only study so much. You can only be so prepared for certain things, right? So I wouldn't sit there and worry and be like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to know this, because worrying, especially in a situation where you're about to take a test in school, I had this happen to me so many times. Worrying about it is not going to do anything. I remember in college, man, I stayed up until like 4 a.m. studying for this test because I was like, I don't understand this. I have no clue what's going on. But by doing that and just looking at the same thing over and over and over again and not getting a lot of sleep, I winded up not doing well on the test. I think I got like a D, right? So in the end, it's like, do all you can, stay calm, and that's it. Give it your best shot, because that's all we can do is give it our best shot, right? And everything's going to work out for you. That's just, you got to believe that, is that you're going to give it your all, and, the best outcome's going to happen if you give it your all. So, understand that you're not in control of everything. That goes into saying, don't always worry about stuff. But just some things are out of your control, right? Like, I'm trying to think of a good example in my life, right? Well, here, for example, like on YouTube, right? I love posting YouTube videos. I love making beats. I love making music. But when I post that stuff online, I don't know who's going to like it. So I make that stuff for myself, right? So you kind of have to let go of that need to control and be like, I need people to like this. I need people to watch this, right? Because at the end of the day, they're going to watch it and listen to it or not. Like it's one or the other, right? But you can't sit there and say, oh, well, I'm only going to do this because I have control over it, or yada, yada, whatever, right? There's just certain things you don't have control over. Like a great example is like you're planning a picnic. Say you're trying to take a girl on a date, plan a picnic. You can't predict the weather, right? Meteorologists, I say this all the time, meteorologists get paid to be right like 10% of the time. I swear, bro, like half the time I'm like, oh, it's gonna be sunny tomorrow. I wake up in like the 4 hours into the day, it's raining, right? Like you never know, right? But that's the thing, is you can't, some things are unpredictable, right? You can make your best guess, that's it, right? But some things are just gonna be out of your control, and you have to learn to accept that. And man, I think the one other thing that I would really preach is like, just don't take yourself too serious. Like that's the title of this video, is don't take yourself too serious. And like, if you mess up something, if you like, it's okay to laugh at yourself. It's okay to like make fun of yourself a little bit, and just understand that people make mistakes, and you are people. Like, you're a person. You can make mistakes. You can mess something up. You can find humor in something that you didn't do perfectly, right? That's what makes humans human, is that we all do stuff that doesn't necessarily work out all the time, right? We're all, species of imperfection. And, again, that's what makes us beautiful. And that goes from everything, like just in our actions, in our words, in our thoughts. It's okay to laugh at yourself and just like, brush the dirt off your shoulders and do what you gotta do, man. I mean, that's all it is. And I used to have a big problem with this. Like, I used to not like people laughing at me. I used to think every time someone was laughing at me, it was like I was like a loser or something like that. And that's just not what it is, bro. Like, my friends will laugh at me all the time now, and I've gotten used to it. It's not like a knock on me. It doesn't mean I'm unintelligent or I'm stupid or I'm this, that, whatever, It's just, I'm me, and they laugh because they enjoy being around me, and I laugh at them sometimes because I enjoy being around them, right? It's just how things go. It's how life is. But if you are constantly taking yourself too serious and not letting things just like kind of roll off your back, you're really gonna have a tough time in any situation. Like, whether you're with your best friends or new acquaintances, right? You're just always gonna be trying to prove that you're something that you think you are in your mind, right? And maybe you are that, but who cares what people think about you? You shouldn't care about what people think about you. Like, that's a great point right there, right? Is like, I make these YouTube videos on my main channel, on this channel, and you guys would not believe the comments that people leave sometimes. Like, I'll be talking about basketball on my main channel, and people will just write, mean things, right? Like, oh, this video sucks. This video is unbearable. I don't even know how I was able to watch it. And like, frankly, if that's what you're saying, then you just shouldn't watch it. Like, just turn it off. But, like, people will attack my character. People will say things about my voice. People will make fun of me. It's just like, you're never going to be able to do what you want to do in life if you constantly let every single person's opinion get to you, especially online. Like, I don't know any of these people. And the funniest thing that I think about is like, these people will give me like really intense feedback about how I make my videos. And like, you guys can probably tell, I put some video game clips because I love video games, and I talk, right? I play video games and I talk. That's all I really do, because I like doing that. That's what I used to watch as a kid, and I love that vibe. I want to be that for people, and be a friend that people can listen to, talk to, all that, right? But people will comment on my videos and be like, bro, like, you need to do this and you need to do this, and like, if you want to make a career out of this, you need to talk at this pace and say this and talk with these words and yada yada whatever. And I'm just like, bro. And then I click on their channel and they have no videos. I'm like, you have a lot of opinions for not doing this yourself, sir or ma'am, whoever you are. And I always find that funny. It's just like, so but my point in all of this is like, who cares what people think? Because most of the time, these people don't even do what you're doing, right? There's people that criticize LeBron James all the time for being bad at basketball, this, that, whatever, and they've probably never picked up a basketball in their life, right? It's just people, especially with the presence of social media and television and everything that we have in technology these days, everyone thinks that their opinion matters, and that's that, right? And everyone should be, free to say their opinion and should say their opinion, but that doesn't mean that their opinion's accurate. So you shouldn't give anyone the power over your emotions because of what they think about who you are and what you do. Let yourself and your opinion be the judge of how you feel and how you proceed. That's just how you should do it, bro. So that's just my opinion, man. Again, don't take yourself too serious. Live a little, have fun with life, and just enjoy your time, man. Take things day by day, and just, again, don't take yourself too serious, because it'll make life miserable for you. So that's all I got, guys. If you have questions about what I'm talking about, please leave some comments down below. I want to talk to you all. I want to give you guys advice on how I've learned to be happier in my life. That's about it, man. So I'm gonna catch you guys later. Stay safe, stay up, stay humble, handle business, stand on business. Peace out.